Nothing spooky happening at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. President Trump and the First Family waking up this morning after hosting trick-or-treaters last night. Many of you will be hosting trick-or-treaters tonight. Please give out good candy. Don't disappoint the young kids. This is some of the trick-or-treaters who showed up last night for President Trump there at the first at the White House. As you can see, this McDonald's drive-thru. This is pretty ingenious. Whoever put together that costume, kudos to you. You're making national news this morning. We're also getting ready for the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. So far, so good. Pre-market trading looking perfect right now. The Dow, S&P 500, and the Nasdaq are all on the green. The rest of our board also in the green. Let's see if it continues that way. Again, we'll take you to the New York Stock Exchange for the opening bell here in just a few minutes. First, though, let's get you over to David, who is not dressed up. He is an anchor every single day. Just a picture of perfection.
That's right. A picture of perfection. I don't think I've ever been described that way, T. Bates. So thank you for being the first ever in the history of, I don't know, my history. I don't know. Anyhow, let me move on. Time now for our daily dose of dollars and common sense. It's American Sunrise Early Edition host, the guy behind Jake's Take Substack. That would be Jake Novak. Jake, well, look, it's all about the AI spending in America right now. However, some companies apparently doing it better than others. And one of the losers right now, kind of happy to hear this, Mark Zuckerberg and Meta. Tell me more.
Yeah, you know, one of the good signs when you're in a bubble is when there are still some people looking at a huge bubble and saying, oh, there's a couple of things here I don't like. That gives me hope that actually we won't have a huge market crash because people are looking at the AI spending of Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, and they're saying, you know what? They're not doing it right. One of the reasons why is that, you know, Meta, this is Mark Zuckerberg's personal obsession. Meta's trying to create this whole alternate world, virtual friends, make-believe life. Here's a big thing I want everyone to understand because you already know it. People go on Facebook to see if their real ex-girlfriend got fat. Or ex-boyfriend got fat. Not some. That's why you go on. Let's be honest. Not some imaginary girlfriend or boyfriend. And so the reality there. And so AI is not really something that I think Meta can use more than its back office operations. Of course, everyone can use AI to save money and be more efficient. But as far as making it a feature on the platform, no, I want to see if my real ex-girlfriend got fat. I want to see if my other friends from school are now losers. That's why I'm on Facebook. Admit it. And I don't want to see any virtual, you know, who cares if it's virtual? I could make that up right now. So that is why AI spending at Meta is raising alarm bells on Wall Street. Meta had their worst day in 3 years yesterday. And this is why they're spending a lot of money on a technology that doesn't completely work for them other than saving them money, but not as a product they can sell to their users.
Got it. So you got Mark Zuckerberg and fat in the same sentence. Congratulations. You win. All right. Jake, now let's look at one of the winners here, Amazon. So why is Wall Street cheering Amazon's earnings report that came out apparently after the closing bell, right?
Yeah, Amazon shares are up 13% in the pre-market. That is, that's a big jump for a major cornerstone of the market. And they beat earnings and revenue expectations. That's not the big deal. The big deal is that where they beat it in their Amazon Web Services, AWS, their cloud services division. Now, one of the funny things about that is, of course, this report encapsulates the June through September period. As you all know, Amazon Web Services, AWS, had a pretty big outage 10 days ago that affected us, including us here at Real America's Voice. It affected everyone. That isn't included in this earnings report, so they better be careful about bidding up Amazon so much on this because I think they may lose a little bit of money or certainly not make as much on AWS in this final quarter of the year. But hey, this is, we talked about it when it happened. It's too much of a monopoly. Too many businesses got hampered by one company having a little blip. But now they're cheering how great it is this morning, forgetting that just 10 days ago we were all in hell over this thing.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Jake, finally, I'm going to use the term Mexican food and also the term worst day in 13 years. And I'm not referring to my stomach, which can take a hit if that ever happened. But for Chipotle, this is about something else now. What's going on? I don't know how I got to Chipotle there. Kudos to you to get us there.
Well,
go ahead.
I mean, let's be honest. Every other time we say worst day in 13 years and Mexican food, we're talking about a stomach incident and probably some public embarrassment. Chipotle had a bad day yesterday, lost 18% on their stock price. Because you know what, David, Chipotle is still too expensive. People want fast food prices very, very low right now. And places like that, Sweet Green, Cava, the places that are a little bit more expensive, of course, they're not really expensive. It's not like going to a sit-down meal where you have to tip and you buy drinks. I get it. But people really, if they're going to do the fast food thing now, they want $10 or less. And Chipotle can't do that. And they need to figure out a value menu at Chipotle. That's my advice to them. And again, I'm just glad that people aren't getting sick there. That's all.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, yeah, that's for sure. By the way, you gonna go dress tonight at Halloween? You gonna dress up like Jerome Powell? You should dress up as Jerome Powell and just be late to Halloween.
No, I'm not going to. I'm going to stay home, though, and I just want all the trick-or-treaters to know that I will be giving out Dubai chocolate, Chateaubriand, and goose liver pate. So please, those kids... No, it's going to be a really, really high-end giveaway tonight. So, yeah, I'm going to be home.
Yeah.
That's right.
Here you go, kids. Sorry, don't have a Milky Way. I've got the goose liver pate for you. Jake Novak, thanks for being here. I got to get to the bell. All right, it's all sponsored by AMAC after all. Here it is.
The Association of Mature American Citizens is the conservative voice for Americans 50 and older. AMAC is fighting for the values that you hold dear. Join today. Together, we can write the course of America.
Well, the applause is underway at the New York Stock Exchange, which means the bell is going to ring here in short order. And then we'll get an idea of how this final day of trading is shaping up. Amera is at the podium, so congratulations to them for being at the podium. And let's hear the bell. There it is, right on cue. The markets are now officially open. And oh, how things can change in literally just a couple of minutes. You may remember about 6 or 7 minutes ago, we showed you this board and everything was all green. Now we do have one blemish, but the major markets are looking good. The Dow, S&P 500, and the Nasdaq are all in the green, up slightly, but still up. That's always a good thing. You never want it to be in the red. In the meantime, you may want to consider buying gold because you can also get yourself one of these right here. This is free silver. That's right. For every $5,000 purchased from the Birch Gold Group this month in advance of Veterans Day, they're going to send you a free patriotic silver round that commemorates the Gadsden and American flags. Gold is up over 40% since the beginning of this year, and the Birch Gold Group can help you own it by converting an existing IRA or a 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold. Plus, they'll send you free silver honoring our veterans on qualifying purchases. If you're current or former military, the Birch Gold Group has a special offer just for you. They're waiving custodial fees for the first year on investments of any amount. With an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of satisfied customers, many of which are viewers here on RAV, we really want to encourage you to diversify your savings into gold. It's as simple as texting the word America to the number 989898 and getting a free information kit and claiming your eligibility for free silver with qualifying purchases before the end of this month. Again, text the word America to the number 989898 today. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, oh, that was frightening. I didn't know what that was. That was a little frightening. A major legal reversal in Chicago. The Department of Homeland Security celebrating a victory after a court puts a controversial judge's order on hold. We've got that story and so much more. Was that a spider or something? All right. Anyway, we'll figure all that out, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
An eerie sight, for my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash.